Trust, a delicate bridge between hearts. Trust is the glue of life. It's the most essential ingredient in effective communication. It's the foundational principle that holds all relationships. Trust is the sturdy bridge that allows us to connect with others. When trust crumbles, relationships collapse like a house of cards. Given its vital role, we must build trust carefully by observing others' words and actions under the microscope of discernment. Like a cautious doctor, examine the health of potential relationships before inviting others onto the bridge of trust. Be wary of termites that can slowly eat away the foundations. Watch for gusts that could blow the bridge away in a moment. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Choose company wisely." Paying attention to what people say and do is important, but you don't need to overanalyze everything. Simply observing both the words and actions of a person can help you form a good understanding of their true nature. Be careful about trusting these 10 types of people who can damage any relationship. Avoid getting too close to these types, like staying away from an unstable rope bridge over dangerous waters. Number 10. People who are always negative. Criticism can hurt more than getting cut by a sword. It can make you feel bad about yourself and doubt your abilities. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." This means you don't have to believe what critics say. People who criticize a lot usually show their own problems. They are like factories that make the air dirty with smoke, filling the air with negativity that makes it hard to be confident. If someone always finds faults, it might be because they are arrogant or jealous, not because they want to help. If you listen to people who are always negative, they can make you feel even worse about yourself. Protect yourself by making clear rules about how you let people talk to you. Remember the sage advice to take criticism from the wise, but never from the foolish. Number 9. People who want to please everyone. It's good to make a nice first impression, but don't decide about someone just from how they look or act at first. Some people who seem very friendly might actually be thinking only about themselves. They make lots of friends not to be kind, but to get something for themselves. These people are like a machine that makes the same cookie shape over and over. They don't really care about each person. They have a plan to get more friends for themselves. Remember, not everything that looks nice is actually good. Think about if someone is really kind or just trying to be popular. Being popular can mean that you're not special to them. People who want to please everyone might choose having lots of friends over having true, close friends. Look for friends who care about what makes you different, not just people who want to fit in with everyone. A good Stoic saying by Marcus Aurelius is, "The best way to defend yourself is to not be like your enemy." This means instead of trying to please everyone like they do, be true to yourself and find friends who like you for who you are. Number 8. Avoiding people who trick and control others. Some people are like puppet masters. They use other people's weaknesses to control them. They trap others with lies, playing mind games, making them feel guilty, and sometimes being nice and sometimes not. These tricky people can look very nice, like a sheep, but inside they are more like a hungry wolf. If you look closely, you will see they are really after control, not friendship. To protect yourself, watch for signs like their actions not matching their words. Make sure you have strong rules for how you want to be treated. If someone keeps trying to control you, the best thing is to stay away from them completely. If you don't talk to them or see them, it tells them you won't let them control you and that you care about your own feelings. A good saying from Stoic, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This means even if we meet people who try to trick us, we can decide not to let them control our feelings or actions. Number 7. Empathy deficient people. Some people don't understand or care about others' feelings. They are like a bull in a shop with delicate things, breaking everything without caring. They only think about what they want, not about how they hurt others in relationships. These people don't have a good sense of right and wrong. They use and hurt others for their own benefit. They take a lot from others but don't give back kindness or care. If someone doesn't feel bad about hurting others, They probably won't say sorry or fix what they did. It's important to be careful and not trust people who only think about themselves. According to Stoic wisdom, some things are in our control and others not. This means we can't control how these people act, but we can control how we react to them. We can choose to stay away from people who don't care about others' feelings. Number 6. People who pretend to listen. Good conversations need people to really listen and share ideas. Sometimes people act like they are listening and caring, but they are not really interested. They just pretend to be nice or to look good. These people might nod their head, but they are not really thinking about what you are saying. They might answer without thinking or get easily distracted. If you feel like your talks are going nowhere and the other person doesn't really care, it's better to talk to people who really want to listen and understand. Don't waste your good thoughts on people who don't appreciate them. Stoics say, it's not events that disturb people, it's their judgments concerning them. This means if someone doesn't listen to you, it's not the end of the world. You can choose to find other people who value what you say and think. Number 5. People who always see themselves as victims. Be careful around people who always have problems and make you feel like you have to help them all the time. They often talk about their troubles to get sympathy, not to find solutions. People who always seem to have bad luck are sometimes part of the reason for their problems. They don't take responsibility for their actions. Instead, they think bad things always happen to them, and they can't do anything about it. Stay away from people who are always negative and don't believe every sad story you hear. Listen to them a little bit, but don't let their problems become your problems. Help people who try to help themselves. A famous quote from the Stoic philosopher Epictetus where he said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This means you can't control what others do, but you can control how you respond. Don't get too involved with people who don't want to change. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." This means you shouldn't let someone else's negative attitude bring you down. You have the power to choose how you feel and react. Number 4. People who get angry easily. Some people get angry a lot, which can make relationships hard. It's difficult to trust and feel safe around someone who gets angry all the time. You never know what small thing will make them explode. Before deciding to stay away from someone who is often angry, think about whether they act like this with everyone or just with you. If they are angry with everyone, it's better to keep your distance to stay calm and happy. If they get angry only with you, you should make clear rules about how they should treat you. Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "Anger is like a storm rising up from the bottom of your soul." This means that anger comes from deep inside a person and can be very powerful. Mahatma Gandhi said, "An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind." This means that responding to anger with more anger doesn't solve anything, but only creates more problems. It's better to stay calm and not let someone else's anger control your reactions. Number 3. People who bring you down. Toxic people are like a snake's venom that slowly makes its prey weak. They make everything negative, take away happiness, and make you feel tired and sad. They spread worry, self-doubt, and unhappiness like a disease. There are different kinds of toxic people, like those who want everything perfect, who only think about themselves, who trick others, or who always see the bad side of things. They all fill the air with negative talk, which makes it hard to feel safe and happy in a relationship. Protect yourself from these people by noticing signs like hidden insults, mean comments, ruining your plans, and criticizing you a lot. Make rules for how you want to be treated, with kindness and support. If a person keeps being negative even after you tell them your rules, it's best to stay away from them completely. Don't let their negativity destroy your self-confidence. Leave them to deal with their own problems. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." This means instead of acting like the toxic person, be better and stay true to yourself. Let them face the consequences of their actions while you move on with your life. Number 2. People who act nice but are not. Some people act like friends only when things are good. They say nice things to your face, but then they say bad things about you when you're not there. They are like the two-faced Roman god Janus, showing one face to you and another behind your back. They act like they are your friend, but inside they don't really like you. Their kind words are fake, just like a disguise. They are confused inside, not sure if they like you or not. It's better not to trust these kinds of people. Don't tell them your secrets because they might talk about you to others. Spend time with true friends who really support you and help you grow. Stoic wisdom says, "He who laughs at the human race deserves better of it than he who mourns for it." This means it's better to stay positive and find real friends than to be sad about fake friends. Stay away from people who are not honest and true. Number 1. People who talk too much about others. Gossip spreads stories quickly like a wildfire that moves fast and is hard to stop. These stories are often more exciting than true. People who gossip don't care if their words hurt others. These people who talk too much want to be noticed and have power over others. They make themselves look good by saying bad things about other people. Their words can ruin someone's reputation and make it hard for people to trust each other. To stop gossipers, make strong rules about not listening to or sharing gossip. Don't get involved in talking badly about others. Change the topic to something positive or just walk away. There's a wise saying that goes, "Great Spirit watches through the eyes of our children. May they see strength, beauty, and truth." This means we should be around people who say good and true things. Choose friends who talk about positive and honest things, not gossip. When you look closely at how people act, you can tell if they are real or hiding something. Understand people for who they really are, not who you want them to be. Trust them slowly, only when they show they are honest and good over time. Be careful when you think about who to be friends with. Protect your own peace because it hurts a lot when you trust the wrong person and lose your calm. Think about who you spend time with, but when you find true friends, don't be afraid to get close to them. Greek Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This means listen more and talk less to really understand people. Be wise in choosing your friends, and then be brave in building strong relationships with the right ones.